It's the new solid-state log stacker from Marathon Letourneau, part of the family of electric drive log stackers. Workhorses that can save you so much time that we call them the time machines. Big machines that can make a big difference in your productivity and profitability. The key to the Letourneau difference is electric drive. The basic concept is simple. Use separate electric motors for each individual function of the machine, one in each drive wheel, and others for hoist, tilt, and steering. This way, the power source is located where it's needed and where it does the most good. Electric drive results in vastly improved speed and efficiency. There's no drivetrain, torque converters, or gears to rob you of power. It's a fact. Marathon Letourneau machines can get more of their horsepower directly to where the work is. This simple, basic concept has begun a new era of productivity and profitability for our customers in the forest products industry. And now there's a new dimension to electric drive, solid-state control. It's another common-sense concept in the Letourneau tradition. Use solid state to monitor and control this electric machine. The solid-state control system, or controller, is actually an onboard computer that receives and processes operator commands, monitors voltages, temperatures, and other machine conditions, and controls and coordinates power flow to and from the motors and generator. Located in a dust-proof compartment under the cab, the control package is made of 23 printed circuit boards that are easily accessed and removed. These trouble-free boards replace bulky rheostats and mechanical switchgear for greater reliability and longer life. There are even built-in diagnostic test panels located here and in the cab. The overall result is fewer moving parts, requiring easier and less frequent maintenance. That's a significant advance, but it's what you've come to expect from the leaders in cost-effective machines for the forest products industry. Leadership means innovation, and at Marathon Letourneau, innovation has always been a company tradition. It all begins on the drawing board, a computerized drawing board in our engineering and manufacturing headquarters in Longview, Texas. Using computer-aided design, we know exactly what our machines are capable of before one ever gets built. Our engineers have been able to write computer programs that predict exactly what our electric motors and machine systems will be able to do. These programs are the product of decades of experience in electric power systems. We can predict duty cycles, temperature ranges, acceleration and deceleration, speed and power capabilities, all with extreme precision. R.G. Letourneau left more than electric drive to our company. He also left a drive for quality that extends through every stage of the engineering and manufacturing operation. For example, we make the steel for Marathon Letourneau machines using some of the most advanced steel technology anywhere. A new 30-ton ladle vacuum refinement unit with the capability to bottom pour steel ingots. We specialize in small melts of high-strength steel plate with exceptional metallurgical quality. And we build all major components simply because you wouldn't get the kind of quality that we demand anywhere else. We manufacture generators, electric motors, and control units, the heart of our solid-state control systems. Designing and building these kinds of electronic components is nothing new to us. We've been doing it for years for electric power control and conversion systems. And here is where it all comes together. In the manufacturing plant, a worker puts the finishing touches on the electrical switchgear compartment of another log stacker. Built from the ground up, each machine gets individualized care and attention to quality and detail. From start to finish, the work of the master craftsman at Marathon Letourneau, and it all grew from one basic concept: electric drive. That attention to quality pays off. At a log yard in northern Oregon, a solid-state 2592 SS log stacker unloads one of more than 100 truckloads that come through here every day. The new solid-state stacker works multiple shifts alongside two conventional Marathon Letourneau log stackers. The 2592 SS is just the right size for on-highway loads. It can easily lift a full 80,000 pounds in one bite, and it has a tipping capacity in excess of 100,000 pounds. It might seem that all log stackers unload trucks the same, but it's not so. The Letourneau's rack and pinion tusk system has 19,000 pounds of closing force. With that kind of power, the 2592 SS easily squeezes the logs together and then lifts the load straight up. With a vertical mast, there's no damage to the truck's scales and stakes. In this yard, the stacker usually spreads the logs out flat for ground scaling after unloading a truck. The quick response time of solid-state controlled electric drive means that logs can be spread out evenly, neatly, and fast. That way, the scalers can go to work immediately, and the log stacker can move on to other jobs. Inside the cab, the operator works with minimum physical effort. He can concentrate on what he's doing, not how he's going to do it. The controls are a study in simplicity. Direction, speed, tusk, and hoist controls are handled by switches and potentiometers, not gear shift levers and steering wheels. You don't have to wrestle this machine through the day. You think it through. The result is less operator fatigue and greater overall productivity. Sorting logs by grade, size, and species is a true test of a big machine. But the solid-state stackers make it look easy. Notice how the 2592 SS handles both big and small logs delicately and fast. When logs have to be sorted quickly, all over the yard, day in and day out, the solid-state stackers are in a class by themselves. Every time the 2592 SS comes up the hill to the in-feed deck carrying a full load, you can see the real power of this machine. You might expect to burn a lot of fuel to get this kind of power, but owners are quick to learn that hourly fuel costs are actually lower. One reason for lower fuel costs is that the diesel engine runs at a constant speed for optimum efficiency. The constant speed is maintained by the engine monitor, a solid-state control device that prevents engine lugging. The diesel engine drives an AC alternator, then the solid-state controller directs the electric power to the motors that need it, whether it's the wheels or other machine functions. And this machine is versatile. During a break in the action, the operator takes time to do a little housekeeping around the yard. At another mill yard in southern Oregon, a 2594 SS solid-state log stacker stands by to unload a truck. The logs are scaled on the truck at this yard. Then they're stacked in any of the 5 or 6 cold decks, or they're simply offloaded into the pond for transport to the mill. Here the 2594 SS really shows off its prowess in unloading trucks. It quickly jockeys into position, locks its tusks for a firm bite, and then lifts the load straight up. The operator can then take off just as quickly in either forward or reverse. The 160-degree swivel seat means that the view is just as good either way. Now watch this stacker place a load high on the deck. Marathon Letourneau stackers offer exceptionally high lift, up to 20 feet with the standard mast. This stacker has the optional 4-foot extension that lets it raise logs a full 24 feet into the air. Reach is almost as important as lift height, and once again our machine beats the competition. The 2594 SS can deposit logs 16 feet beyond the front tires. It's all due to the 25-degree forward tilt of the mast, an angle that not only allows you to build higher storage decks, but also to work the upper areas of those decks. And remember, because it's electric drive, the lift power remains constant month after month, year after year, not like hydraulic lift, which deteriorates with age. Once again, the Marathon Letourneau log stacker proves its versatility. Here it's working in very tight quarters, using every bit of its steering capability. The 2594 SS can turn a full 65 degrees in either direction, giving it an extremely short turning radius, less than 28 feet. Marathon Letourneau machines have a true articulated steering system. The articulated frame allows greater latitude for shifting the load to either side of the center line without moving the stacker. And the operator can steer by simply moving a switch, not wresting the steering wheel back and forth. Northern California, a major wood complex. The managers expect a peak of 200 truckloads a day during the summer. Now in late spring, they're starting to get 100 truckloads per day, and they also move another 100 loads from the deck to the mill. It's a long hike from the decks and truck lanes to the mill infeed, so the Letourneau's travel efficiency is really put to the test. The solid-state stacker can travel equally fast forward or reverse, so there's no need to turn the machine around. It can travel with the load raised or lowered. The operator doesn't have to stop and lower the load before taking off. Machine stability is the same, whether the load is carried high or low. And if the load is tilted back 12 degrees over the tires, stability is increased even more. Not only the machine's speed and efficiency, but its versatility is put to the test in this yard. After that long ride, logs have to be loaded onto the high infeed deck. It's a tight fit, and maneuverability is an important factor. The solid-state stacker gets all the tough jobs, and that's the way we like it. Here's something that no other stacker can do. Travel into a soft and muddy area and then back out with a full load. A large tire footprint and non-counterweighted design give the 2594 SS a very low ground-bearing pressure, allowing it to handle even the worst yard conditions. What's more, its wide-track rear tires tend to pack and compress the yard, so it actually improves the surface that it drives over. The four-wheel drive option pays for itself quickly under these conditions. Four-wheel drive also allows the solid-state stacker to retrieve bigger payloads from storage and then easily carry those loads up an incline or across unpaved surfaces. Our machines have truly independent four-wheel drive, a capability belonging to no other log stacker in the industry. When a wheel begins to slip, the controller automatically reduces power to that wheel until it regains traction. Then it reapplies full power. Our studies show that this feature can extend tire life considerably. The controller also makes it impossible to push the machine beyond its safe limits. If the operator works a system too hard, warning lights on an overhead panel will let him know that an out-of-tolerance condition has developed. If he ignores the warning, the controller limits or shuts down power to the endangered circuits until conditions return to normal. It's a smart machine, and it works hard. As the newcomer in this yard, the solid-state stacker had a lot to prove, but it quickly moved to the head of the class. In every work cycle, in every work situation, Marathon Letourneau solid-state log stackers cut minutes out of every hour. Multiplying these minutes times thousands of loads per year adds up to a hefty increase in productivity for the machines and for you. If you want to see a solid difference in productivity and profitability in your business, go solid state with the Solid State Log Stackers from Marathon Letourneau.